on CNN. Watch Your Money today at 3 Eastern on CNN.
Here they are, those forecast high temperatures for Boston. Mostly sunny today, temperature near 20 degrees, 25 for New York City. Philadelphia, just a bit warmer, partly sunny skies and 33. In the Pacific Northwest, 50s and some cooler 40s with a good deal of cloud cover around. 60s and 70s throughout the rest of the West. Southern states warm as well. Here's a quick run through of some temperature forecast for today.
This is CNN, a service of Turner Broadcasting System.
The Shiite Amal militia holds its fire and allows food and supplies to be trucked into a Palestinian refugee camp in Beirut. Good morning, everyone. I'm Patrick Greenlaw in Atlanta. Here's the latest news from CNN. A United Nations convoy has finally managed to get food into a besieged Palestinian refugee camp in Beirut. 3 trucks were allowed into the camp early this morning to deliver flour and powdered milk. Previous attempts to bring relief to the camp had failed. A convoy of trucks was stopped yesterday when a Shiite Muslim militiaman shot out the tires. A later gun battle left 7 people dead. The Shiite Amal militia has besieged several camps to keep Palestinians from reestablishing themselves in Lebanon. A group of Muslim extremists is saying they will hold on to their 4 hostages for a while. The Islamic Jihad for the Liberation of Palestine released a statement today. It was accompanied by a photo of one of the hostages, American Robert Polhill. The statement says the kidnappers are withdrawing their offer to swap their 4 hostages, including 3 Americans, for 400 Palestinian prisoners in Israel. The group is blaming what it called U.S. obstinacy, but it also didn't repeat death threats against any of the captives. Iraq claims its warplanes bombed Tehran today in the 4th straight day of attacks on the Iranian capital. Iraq's state radio said its air raids have badly damaged the headquarters of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. There were no reports of casualties in this latest raid. Iraqi radio said the attack was to punish Iran for the casualties caused by an Iranian missile fired on Baghdad yesterday. Iran and Iraq have been trading blows on each other's capitals since Iran launched a new offensive last month. The U.S. ambassador to Colombia is in Washington today. Ambassador Charles Gillespie says he's back in the United States for routine consultation. Gillespie has denied a report that he returned to Washington after a plot was uncovered to kidnap him in exchange for a reputed drug kingpin recently extradited to the United States. CNN's Lucia Newman interviewed Ambassador Gillespie in Bogota prior to his departure. She has this report.
Nowhere in the world except Beirut is security tighter around an American embassy than here in Bogota. The increasing threat of attack from leftist guerrillas and the drug mafia over the last 2 years means diplomats have to be driven to and from work in armored plated cars, escorted by jeeps with armed bodyguards. They're forced to live in apartments from the 3rd floor up. And diplomats' children aren't allowed at this posting. This month's capture and extradition to the U.S. of Colombian cocaine lord Carlos Leder has sent out fresh warning signals to American diplomats, especially DEA officers. All prime targets for reprisals by the cocaine mafia, which has reportedly threatened to kill 10 Americans for every Colombian extradited.
When a thing like the Leder arrest happens, I feel obligated to turn to everybody and say, okay, let's sharpen up, keep your eyes open, watch what's going on. But we don't really change what we're doing.
Ambassador Gillespie already reportedly has 32 bodyguards. The embassy has also instructed the 17,000 registered Americans living in Colombia, the majority in Bogota, to take precautions. At the Colombo-American Center for English, security has been tightened.
I get up at 4:30 in the morning, leave the house at 5:30, and come here at 6, so I'm right on the streets of apparently a dangerous time, but it has never bothered me.
But most American teachers here are nervous and don't want to talk about it. At the Nueva Granada school this week, an increased number of American students are being picked up by their parents or by bodyguards.
People here, again, who know Colombia, have lived here long enough to understand it, know how to live in this environment.
A highly placed Colombian source connected to the anti-drug offensive has told CNN that he doesn't believe the drug mafia will try and kill off Americans indiscriminately, but rather will try and kidnap what he called a big fish that could be swapped for Leder. One of the main kidnapping candidates, he said, is the American ambassador. Lucia Newman, CNN, Bogota, Colombia.
By the way, Ambassador Gillespie says he plans to return to his post in Bogota in about 10 days. And we'll be back with more news right after this.
Just off Route 19 in St. Petersburg is a place where you can learn to ski the Alps and shoot the rapids all in the same building. At Bill Jackson Sporting Goods, you can practice everything from a stem Christie to an Eskimo roll. But if you go there, remember, bring your imagination and your Visa card. Because Bill Jackson doesn't promise you Sun Moritz, and he doesn't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
How's your cold?
Worse.
Well, I brought you some Tylenol.
I don't have a headache. I have a cold.
No, Tylenol is the cold medicine from the people who make Tylenol products. It will relieve your sneezing and your coughing.
My runny nose. My aches and pains.
It's from the makers of Tylenol. So you take the Tylenol, and I'll make dinner. Feeling better?
Tylenol worked. Let's go out to dinner.
Yeah, Tylenol, the one for all your cold symptoms.
Why don't you sit here, Jesse?
Excuse me. Aren't you glad you used dials?
To the airport. Let's go. We open a window here.
Don't you wish everybody did?
Driver, do you have a handle for this window?
A world color premiere.
Take him away, and the others too.
Men without a country.
Sharing alike in fortune and in trouble.
Outlaws in their own land.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
The punishment?
The slow death of slavery.
Upon escape.
Our troubles will have just begun.
Errol Flynn. Olivia de Havilland.
I see flashes of gunfire from ships in the harbor.
Captain Blood. A world color premiere. 8:05 Eastern on a superstation tonight. For 60 minutes of the most comprehensive, unbiased news coverage, watch CNN's Prime News. 60 minutes of news that extends the headlines into stories. Join Chris Curl, Don Farmer, and Bernard Shaw on CNN's Prime News every night at 8 Eastern.
Showbiz Week is brought to you by...
Much of Central California was shaken by an earthquake late last night. There were no reports of injury or serious damage. The quake, which measured 5 on the Richter scale, was centered 6 miles northeast of Coalinga. A 1983 quake in Coalinga caused 47 injuries and an estimated $31 million in damages. There's a new bank card out that not only gives you access to quick cash, it can also keep notes and tell time. Brian Pia has more.
It's called the Super Smart Card. It's a credit card, mini computer, and portable bank all in one. You can make a cash purchase without money changing hands and issue a check without actually writing one. The card even keeps notes and tells time.
You know, life is just so hectic these days that if you can get something that'll simplify your life, like not having to write checks or doing something that can remind you of things that you have to do, I think it's just fantastic.
Here's how it works. Choose the account you want to use. Punch in your secret ID number and enter the amount of the purchase. The card checks your account balance, deducts the amount, and automatically authorizes the sale. Visa, the credit card company, is developing the new card in hopes of taking some of the hassles out of shopping and banking.
Individual banks will issue the new cards, cost about $10 to $15 each. The banks will decide whether that's a one-time expense or an annual fee.
As far as our bank is concerned, we would look at it very closely and keep up with what's going on.
Controlled consumer tests will be conducted in the next few months. If all goes according to plan, mass production will begin in 3 years. As for Visa's major competitor, MasterCard, spokesmen say the company has no plans to develop a super smart card of its own. Brian Pia for CNN in Birmingham, Alabama.
Ever wonder how some of those scary, weird, or take-your-breath-away scenes are done for TV? Well, Sam Chu Lin shows us how.
Franz Ferrari is proving that you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. And in this case, your head in the right place. The illusionist is a participant in a special effects convention. These are the people who help produce those eerie and Star Wars-like effects in the motion pictures and in stage shows for people like Michael Jackson or Alice Cooper.
Music videos, they've given the artists the opportunity to express their wildest fantasies on the screen, two-dimensionally. And when it comes time to do the same thing live in concert, there's no way to match that except through illusion.
In the world of special effects, you can often find yourself in some strange places, and often strange things happening to you. Seeing is believing. The bloody fight, that's not really bloody. The broken bottle, that's not really a bottle.
It's a lot of fun to know that the products that we use and that we have are being used, and they're used for safety, and so nobody gets hurt, and they're used for making different effects and then giving the public a real thrill.
As you can see, special effects are helping to make entertainment exciting and unique.
And that's the latest news from CNN. Our next update comes at the top of the hour. Thank you for watching. I'm Patrick Greenlaw in Atlanta. Showbiz This Week is up next.
Hello, I'm Bill Tush, and this is Showbiz This Week. Showbiz This Week goes to the American International Toy Fair in New York, where we get a celebrity tour of the toys of tomorrow. Later, we'll hear from celeb couples celebrating Valentine's Day and find out which Hollywood stars may be celebrating with Oscar.
Stay out of this, Elias. This ain't your show.
This week we're at the American International Toy Fair here in New York. This is the place you find out what will be the hot toys selling for Christmas. We'll take a look at some of those toys a little bit later on, but right now, let's look at some of the top stories in Showbiz This Week. The Twilight Zone trial rolled on in Los Angeles as defense lawyers for director John Landis scored a strategic victory when the jury was excluded from a live helicopter recreation of the accident that killed actor Vic Morrow and 2 children. An ill wind blew on the Oprah Winfrey Show during its visit to Forsyth County, Georgia. Winfrey was told some shocking things by the locals who apparently had no love of Oprah. Paul Newman, Jack Lemmon, and Kathleen Turner were the key recipients of the prestigious D.W. Griffith Awards for 1986. Newman won the Best Actor Award for his Color of Money performance, and Kathleen Turner's portrayal of a woman who goes through some timely transitions in Peggy Sue Got Married won her Best Actress kudos. The Lifetime Achievement Award was presented to Jack Lemmon. These little guys are called moon dreamers, and they'll take you to meet the stars anytime you want. But if you want to meet the stars that were nominated for Academy Awards this past week, well, then we have to go to Sandy Canyon in Hollywood.
Oscar has always favored dramas, so it's no accident Platoon, The Mission, and Children of a Lesser God are among the nominees for Best Picture. But 2 comedies, Hannah and Her Sisters, along with A Room with a View, are also in the running.
And all my life I've heard about the Oscars, and all my working life I've been making films. So when it does finally, when you do finally get a nomination, it's terribly exciting and moving.
The announcements of the nominations were made by 2 of last year's winners.
For Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, the nominees are Dexter Gordon in Round Midnight, Bob Hoskins in Mona Lisa, William Hurt in Children of a Lesser God, Paul Newman in The Color of Money, James Woods in Salvador.
My friend Scott called up and said, "I can't believe it, you were just nominated." And I said, "Scott, please, this is not a matter of humor," and I hung up on him. I thought he was teasing me.
Among actresses, the performances singled out were those given by Jane Fonda in The Morning After, by Marlee Matlin in Children of a Lesser God, by Kathleen Turner in Peggy Sue Got Married, by Sigourney Weaver in Aliens, and by Sissy Spacek in Crimes of the Heart. Her co-star in that film, Tess Harper, got a nomination as a supporting actress. So did Piper Laurie in Children of a Lesser God, Diane Wiest in Hannah and Her Sisters, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio in The Color of Money, and Maggie Smith in A Room with a View. Denholm Elliott from the same movie was recognized as a Best Supporting Actor, and so was Dennis Hopper for his role in Hoosiers.
It parallels my life a little more because I am a recovering alcoholic, and I play an alcoholic, and I played him sober, and that means a lot to me.
The nomination also means a lot to the 3 remaining performers in this supporting actor category. Platoon's Willem Dafoe and Tom Berenger, Michael Caine from Hannah and Her Sisters.
The announcement of Oscar nominees used to be a rather simple affair, but this was a media extravaganza, and there's a reason for that. The ratings for the Oscar broadcast have dipped in recent years, and the Motion Picture Academy wants to draw the maximum amount of attention to this year's show, scheduled for March 30th. Sandy Kenyon, CNN, Beverly Hills.
When we come back, our special correspondent Tiffany Brissett will show us some of the small wonders of the toy fair. And pianist Irving Fields will tickle the ivories. Stay with us.
Showbiz Week is brought to you by Ralston Purina Company of Checkerboard Square and by National Video, the world's largest video chain.
You're a part of my life, you're a part of my home. Whenever you're with me, I'm not alone. I show you I love you and things that I do. So you get Purina Cat Chow. I want the best for you.
Your cat is a big part of your life, so make Purina Cat Chow brand cat food part of his life. It's all the nutrition cats need to live a healthier, happier life.
You're a part of my heart.
Purina Cat Chow, part of a healthier, happier life.
Some video stores claim they've got specials. Any movie you want. And don't forget your free snack. But the Spotlight Plus pack from National Video really delivers the goods, like our VIP movie card, a subscription to Spotlight on Video featuring the newest movies and more, and a coupon book that can save you a bundle, plus a free rental. The Spotlight Plus pack. Now that's something. The Spotlight Plus pack from National Video. Only $9.95.
Stormy Weathers is a young attorney with a growing reputation.
Shouldn't we try to win? You can't win, son, trust me. I hit people all the time, I know.
For getting anyone off by putting everyone on.
Your Honor, please! Don't look at me, it ain't mine.
Judd Nelson, Elizabeth Perkins, John Hurt. From the Hip, rated PG. Now playing at theaters everywhere.
I can't believe you talked me into this.
Admit it. It's just too good to resist.
You're right, Saul. What's it called?
Fruit and...
Forget the fiber, it's the wooden fiber. You're gonna love it, the store.
Only Fruit and Fiber has all these lush combinations, overflowing with sweet fruit, fresh, crunchy nuts, and surrounded with the highest fiber flakes.
This is the greatest.
You're gonna love it, the store. The taste.
Post Fruit and Fiber cereal. Tastes so good you forget the fiber.
We're back at the International Toy Fair. This, by the way, is called the Space Vehicle Launch Complex. It's part of the G.I. Joe line. Well, that guy's come a long way. Tiffany Brissett is with us. She's going to show us now what some other little kids like her will be playing with in the future.
This is Tiffany Brissett. Some of the toys you can learn from playing, and stuff. They just imagine, like with the dream dolls, they imagine that they're going to go and they're going to give a little girl good dreams and not bad ones.
That's Stumbles.
That's cute.
Perfect to go to sleep with, nice and cozy and comfy.
And from there, we went on to My Little Pony. Little girls like to play with ponies and stuff, even real ponies and stuff. So if they've got a little fake pony, they can be making it walk or talking to another pony. And toys help a child's imagination. Is this doll's name is Jem? Is that it?
This is Jem. Yeah, she's a rock star. Rock video star. By day, she's the president of a record company.
Oh, neat.
She turns into Jem. This is Jem.
Jem is really neat. She's got a lot of things that go with her, too. She's got a water bed, which is a real water bed. Jem's guitar is really fun, too. It's got a microphone, and you can talk into the microphone, and it'll really work. Jem, truly outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. That's fun. Next, I went to talk to Joanna Kearns of Growing Pains. What do you think, how do toys help children?
Well, toys are love objects. Dolls especially are ways. They're really love objects, and they're also great learning toys. And there's so many here.
Let's try this one.
Yeah, did you not have it?
Go ahead.
These are the aerators. I think some girls, too, like to play with boys' toys. That's really fun for boys, to pretend like they're shooting at people and they, press the gun and the little things go out at them and stuff. It's no small wonder why kids can have so much fun these days with so many new toys. But out of all these toys, my favorite is the Moon Dreamers. This is Tiffany Brissett from CNN New York.
For almost 5 years now, My Little Pony's been one of America's favorites for kids. Everybody loves My Little Pony. What a great word love is, huh? Now, this Valentine's weekend, Laura and Sydney took a look at what love means to some celebrities.
Nothing can change what we have together.
Love and lovers have always played an important role on Hollywood's silver screen. With all that kissing and lovemaking, we asked some stars what their secrets for happiness are with their own off-screen sweethearts. We want to know what you think your secret is with Jay for a happy marriage.
God, well, talking, actually. I mean, it takes a lot of work.
And what does Dick Cavett think?
The secret of happy marriage? I haven't the slightest idea. I'm afraid somebody will tell me someday.
Marissa Berenson's wish for Valentine's Day is one many of us share.
Lots of love. It's the most important thing.
And Marlo Thomas plans to spend Valentine's Day with hubby and talk show host Phil Donahue. Are you doing anything special for Phil? I'm just going to give him what I usually give him, a lot of love and attention, and try to be home on time. Setting aside time for togetherness has helped many showbiz marriages. How many years have you been married?
I have no idea. And this is true. It's one of those things that I don't want to know, like exactly when I was last able to do 100 push-ups.
Do you remember when you were born?
No, I was not even there at the time.
One thing is for sure. Sharing special moments will always be special. And no one will really ever be overlooked as long as we're always willing to open up our hearts. Lauren Sidney, CNN, New York.
Can't get it right. This teaches you how to play the piano. It's all done by color. It's really kind of neat. But we got a gentleman now that plays a real piano. Irving Fields on the Steinway. Lee Leonard tells us more.
Everyone chante. Now, renowned piano man Irving Fields has performed all over the world, but these days audiences can enjoy his delightful music at New York's Plaza Hotel.
I went into the music of melody, and I capture a bit of classics and popular and entwine them both. I would take a number, let's say, like Mac the Knife, and give it a classical treatment.
The versatile entertainer's following has grown steadily since the popularity of his Latin songs in the 40s, many of which he wrote himself.
They are from all over the world, and if they are from Ireland, I play Irish music.
The joy that's apparent in Fields' performance causes some listeners to forget its place in his life.
I had a lady come over me the other day. She said, I like the way you play. What do you do for a living?
And his most popular request? Lee Leonard, CNN, New York.
So the piano doesn't get it, maybe the K-Gem guitar will. It's if you want to sit down and play air guitar, this is the thing for you. Right now, let's check in on the condition of Human League from Frank Radis.
With the release of the Human League's latest album, Crash, it's apparent that the group has evolved from their techno-pop beginnings of 1980.
We started out with a good image and good songs, and the image has sort of gone by the way over the past 6 years, and we rely more on the songs now, I think. A lot of people have got an impression from all our videos that we're really sort of cold and aloof and sort of humorless, and we're not like that at all. But because video can portray different things, I don't always think it's a good thing. I think the best representation of a group, apart from its records, is live appearances.
On this record, the band enlisted Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, the two hottest producers in music, and that relationship worked well. The group landed their first #1 single in 5 years with Human.
We never, ever, any time made any of us, I don't think, feel that we couldn't do something. They would stick at it and they would not give up. They saw no limitations, they just would keep going, and that was great,
They're never ever negative.
But as the band has learned, when you make it back to the top, that's when everyone wants to help you.
Suddenly you have a #1, and there's hundreds of people knocking on the door saying, this is what you need to do now to be popular. And we're thinking, hang on, we know what to do to be popular. We did it without your help.
For the next couple of months, the Human League will have the chance to hear the applause they've worked so hard for as they tour across the United States. Frank Radis, CNN, New York.
Hi, I'm Rich Nevins. And I'm Dave Christensen. We're the Stabilizers with the Billboard Top 10 for Showbiz today.
After a strong showing, Cyndi Lauper's Change of Heart has changed direction and falls from 3rd to 10th place.
Ready for the World squeezes into the top 10 with a song destined to become a make-out classic, Love You Down.
That's the latest Jezebel. Madonna may be pretty perky in the video, but she's slipping on the charts as Open Your Heart falls to 8th place.
Lionel Richie tosses his Ballerina Girl up to number 7.
The Jets take their largely hilarious Soda Shop love song 5 spots higher to 6th place.
Discreet and always subtle Samantha Fox plummets to number 5 with I Want Your Body.
Huey Lewis and those musical newsboys move up 4 giant spots with a Bruce Hornsby composition, Jacob's Ladder, now at 4th place.
Chicago, the city, the band, the new lead singer, moves up to the 3rd slot with Will You Still Love Me?
Those good old boys from the South, the Georgia Satellites, are keeping their hands to themselves at 2nd place.
Bon Jovi holding the number 1 position for the 2nd week straight. They're living on a prayer. That's all there is. We can't give you any more. I'm Dave Christensen.
I'm Rich Nevins.
We're the Stabilizers with the Billboard Countdown for Showbiz Today.
That's Showbiz for this week. By the way, this is called Slime Time. Throw away the Rolex. Oh, I see it's slime time to go. I'm Bill Tush. Take care.
Song came and went, like the time we spent hiding out from the rain under the carnival tent. I laughed and she smiled. It was there for a while. You don't know what you got till you lose it all again. Let's just listen to the bluegrass band take the chill from the air until they play the last song. I'll do my time, oh, keeping you off my mind. But there's moments that I find I'm not feeling so strong. Listen to the melody, listen to the music on the radio. Every time she runs away, oh, listen to the banjo wind, that song drifting low.
If you knew of a food that could give your baby extra nutrition in every bite, help his growing body develop, and even taste good, wouldn't you buy it for him? What if this were your baby? Give him Puppy Chow brand puppy food from Purina. Puppy Chow gives little pups the extra nutrition they need during these important first 2 years, and there's nothing better. So don't treat your puppy like a dog. Feed him Puppy Chow. Doesn't your baby deserve it?
Some video stores claim they've got specials. Any movie you want. And don't forget your free snack. But the Spotlight Plus pack from National Video really delivers the goods, like our VIP movie card, a subscription to Spotlight on Video featuring the newest movies and more, and a coupon book that can save you a bundle, plus a free rental. The Spotlight Plus pack. Now that's something. The Spotlight Plus pack from National Video. Only $9.95.
This is CNN, the world's most important network.
I'm Mike Pace, your host for Iowa Realty's Homebuyer's Guide, inviting you to join us at 10:30 Sunday morning here on Channel 10 as we preview 60 Iowa Realty open houses. With interest rates